In this video, I'm going to discuss a term I've called and a concept larger than a concept I've called the law of contingency. And this is a law of perception regarding the surroundings and the environment, and it particularly pertains to perception and the role of perception in the self. It's most relevant to the self. And it goes hand in hand with this concept that I've also termed called situational determination or determinism. And the law of contingency pertains to contingencies within situations as well as the situated self. The self is situated to an environment and perceives information as well as meaning, particularly meaning first, and then extrapolates information second, uh, with an array of potential options or various perceptions in one's conscious experience and perceptual processing that they can interact with, select, develop out further, which is directly related to various forms of psychological stimulation and particularly meaning processing internal to the self, and which influences things like perception, emotion, motivation, actions, behaviors, various feelings and cognitions, philosophies, reasoning, pretty much everything that we do psychologically. The law of contingency is associated with the situational determinism because when we act on particular contingencies or when we're influenced by contingency processing, they impact the deterministic direction of events from an individual level. And the individual level is operating also at a simultaneous level. So you have a bunch of potential, as well as singular and multiple individual level causes influencing various activity in the environment, and in some cases just one particular event, and that eventually can be synchronized or paired or become associated in these causal pathways, and as well as correlative pathways of influence and association that can be moderated and mediated. Moderated and mediated being mediated has to do with the pathway of effect, of cause and effect, and moderated is to do with the strength and increase or decrease in that, as well as attenuated, so the effect can be turned off or on. And there are various confounds that can influence effects through particular contingencies that exist internal to us within the self, within the body, within the mind, the environment, the mind body environment constituencies, the CSM, and the situated self in association to the surroundings as well as the environment. And contingencies particularly exist within a local context. So between the self and the environment, or the perceiver and the environment, and they can interact with particular resources or objects in the environment. And objects are key because they tend to be symbols or emblems of association, of value, of attribution, of meaningful processing, in which a lot of contingencies are based with. If you think of a bunch of tools that you can select from, or items in a store that, like food items that you're looking to purchase, and you're trying to make a healthy choice for yourself, or a choice based off your own preferences. These are contingencies in the environment that will affect you later in the future, will affect your well-being, will affect your emotional regulation, will affect your subjective happiness, like your appreciation for the food, based off your taste preferences. If you choose something that's healthy that you don't really like to eat, then you might not actually feel that great. But if you choose something that's healthy that you do enjoy, chances are you'll probably feel pretty good, or better, and be more satisfied with your decision at the end of the day. And this is based off the law of contingency that has directly to do with your perceptions and the uh, yourself in particular, and situated to the environment. And so it goes hand in hand with situational determinism because it has this aspect of indeterminacy where things haven't been decided yet, but also determination that once you've perceived, acted, emoted, or behaved in a particular way through your own psychological motivations, maybe your own philosophy or philosophies, reasoning, rationales, ideas, thoughts, feelings, perceptions, cognitions, actions. These are going to influence subsequent events, your subsequent experiences and perceptions. And it operates in a law-like manner. It's unchanging. It's more than just a principle. And that's all I wanted to say about that. Thank you. Bye.